It's coming and going.
Okay.
It's there for a while and then it's gone.
I'll record it on my end too.
Okay.
Let's
All right.
see. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I think we're live. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the 741 channel tonight. I'm here with Tom from Tom's Radio Room Show, also known as the Hamrad 88 channel. And we're just going to kind of mess around a little bit here tonight on Shortwave and see if we can pull in some stations. I thought I read in my news feed today that there's been a geomagnetic storm going on. So maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe there'll be some DX, or maybe that'll hinder us. I'm not sure. But Tom's got some ways to kind of figure out where to look for stations ahead of time. So he's going to talk about that first, show us a little demo. And then I think what we'll do is Tom will try and tune in a station and he'll see what he gets. And then I'll try and tune the same frequency and see if I can hear it here. And you guys are welcome to play along and see if you can tune in along with us, or if you have a frequency out there you want us to tune to see if we can hear, we'll do that too. So just let us know in the chat. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tom and let him introduce himself and talk a little bit about his tuning methods. So go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, how y'all doing? Glad y'all came by. What I'm going to be doing on my end is I'm going to be using my Grundig 800 sitting right there. And it's hooked to my 31-foot vertical antenna from MFJ. So that's going to be my setup. I believe Rob's going to use an SDR, and I'll be going back and forth and showing you my screen where I have the website short-wave.info. That is a database of shortwave stations in which you can look up frequencies, you can look up bands, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. Back to you, Rob.
Okay. Yeah, so that's good. So like Tom said, what I'm going to use tonight is I'm going to use my SDR Play RSP DX SDR receiver. I'm going to try and do a screen share of SDR Uno when it's time. And we'll see how that goes. If things get a little clunky with the screen sharing and the live stream, let us know in the chat. I didn't have time to kind of work out some of the bugs here today. I ended up having to work late. so bear with us if it gets a little clunky, but I think we've got it all worked out, but we'll see where it goes. So go ahead, Tom, if you want to share your screen and show everybody the website there and talk a little bit about how you use it, how you find stations, and then maybe we can pick a couple out and try and tune them in.
Okay, doc, let me see if I can share my screen. There we go. I think that's there. Is that there, Rob?
I can see it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Short-wave.info.
Yes, all lowercase to get to this website. I've shown it many times on my show because it's one of the main tools I use when searching for stations. And I'll just briefly go over the options. The first option is you can select stations or any station. So you can select these stations if you're looking for a particular station like China Radio International. You can select that and then select, it'll tell you down below in the listing what frequency it's on right now. So what I select any station. Now, if you select any station, then you can't select the default here, any language. You can't select both. You have to either select a station and any language, or any station and a language. So I'm going to pick English. That's because that's the only language I understand. And then over here, you can either select a time manually, or you can select the default, which is right now when you're on the website. So I'm going to just leave it right now, and then you select, and unfortunately, let me get, there we go, get that out of my way. So here I'm selected now, and I'm going to select go, and then this is going to give me a listing down here of all the stations broadcasting throughout the world in English right this minute. Again, you can go back up here. You could select a particular station, any language, or the next option is if you're tuning your radio and you find a station and you have no idea what it is, which is usually my case, you can put in a frequency. And the gentleman that maintains this, I said, well, you need to really add, because we could be tuned off, add a plus or minus option. So he did that. So you can do that, and it will give you, so it's, for instance, I can put in 9570, won't use the option here, and I'll say now, and then it will give you a listing of the stations that are on right now on that frequency, which just happens to be only, well, there's a couple of them, China Radio, KBS, and a couple other ones. The last option you can choose, excuse me, is you can list everything on the air in a broadcast band. And this is a pull down. So you can select like 31 meters or 49 meters, and it will show you all the broadcasts within that band, all languages, all stations within that band. And then you select now. So it's the stations that are broadcasting right now. So I think what we're going to do is, let me move this little window over here a little bit, is I'm going to go back up here and say any station broadcasting in English. And like I say, you can use other languages if you speak other languages. In English, broadcasting right now. Okay, now here's the list. And you can see there is lots of stations still broadcasting on shortwave. Some people say there's nothing on shortwave. That's not true. We're just in a period where it's difficult to receive shortwave, and hopefully, as Robin mentioned, it's going to get better. So what we can do is, especially Rob's up here, I'm way down here. Rob has a better chance of receiving a station from Europe than I do.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
I've
yeah,
had good luck in the past.
and you've even received long wave, which I've never received here.
Yeah, I'm able to get, well, now that I have the RSP DX, I'm able to get long wave pretty consistently. Well, maybe not consistently, but more often, let's say, than not.
Yeah, I was going to say more often than me.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can pick one of these frequencies, and this is, like I say, there's several ways of doing this. This is just one that I thought we'd try. And so I'm going to fix this one right here, which is 5780. I'll come down here in the listing to see what it is. There's a lot of stuff on.
Yeah, there sure is.
5780 right here. Harmony Radio. And let's see if we can get it. So I'm going to turn my radio, let me come out of screen sharing. And now you should see my radio.
Yep.
And I'm going to punch in 5780 and see if, well, my S meter is 0. I don't think I'm getting anything. No. Okay, it's your turn, Rob.
All right, let's see if this
Make me look
works.
bad.
Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, can you see SDR Uno?
Yes.
All right. So what did we say? We said, whoops, I shouldn't have done that.
I hate when I do that.
I'll do this. Oh, why is it? It's not, oh, I keep doing it. I'm all thumbs here tonight. All right. Let's try it now. 5780. And I see a signal there. Let's unmute it. and all I hear is static. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Let's put that in AM mode, actually. There's a little something there. A lot of static, though. So maybe we try another one.
Turn the audio down a little bit.
Okay. Is it real hot?
It was real hot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My earbud just popped out of my ears.
Sorry about that. It's deceiving here the way everything is set up. I knew we were gonna have a few things.
While you're on that screen, you've got a signal there, so let's tune over to that, and then we can look it up.
This one here or this one?
Yeah, that one, the big
one. Okay, let's unmute it. How's that? Can everybody hear it?
With friendship and admiration, the sincere Afghan people wish you everlasting warmth.
Can everybody hear?
Turn it up just a little bit.
Turn it up a little?
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so 5,800.
Welcome to the venerated Master Rumi, vegetarian, poetic lover of the divine.
What do you think that is, Tom?
I don't know. I see now we have
Master,
down a little bit.
poet, and theologian.
Okay, now we have the problem. You're sharing the screen, so I can't share my screen.
Okay, so I'll stop, and you can share your
What was the frequency?
5.800.
Okay.
So you can check it and see. Let's see. So John Deere's getting that S9 up in Maine. Yeah, it's pretty strong here too, as you guys saw.
Okay, the answer is looks like it's down here in Florida.
Oh, it's your neighbor.
Yeah, Okeechobee.
Okay. Oh, RMI. Okay.
Yeah, so I should be able to get that, right?
I would think. Well, you never know.
We will see. It might be going over my head. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can hear it. Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 for 1.
All right. So you got any others in Europe?
No, I think this method is better, where you can physically see on SDR Uno a signal, and then we can look it up.
Oh, okay. We can do it that way too.
And then I can try it on my Grundig 800.
Okay. So we can do that too. And if anybody out there in the chat has a frequency they want us to try, just type it in there and we'll give it a shot.
Okay, I turned off screen sharing so you can share your screen now.
All right, try again. Okay, so I've got that up. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. That one's a little weaker. 5.900. We'll narrow that up a little. Get some music. Some talking. Not sure if that's English or not. I don't know if you can make it out. Let's see. What do you think, Tom? 5,900.
Okay.
Want to look it up?
Turn off.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Somebody says you are SDR Uno, then a great companion software is CSV user list browser to check the stations. I wonder if he's talking about the EIBI database. And John Deere's getting 5.9 S3 up in Maine.
That's probably the Overcomer Ministry, and it's out of wherever this is. The map shows it right here. So that's pretty far away.
Yeah, that's
Middle East.
Yeah, that's like Turkey or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or well, no, Turkey's lower. I don't know what, I can't remember my
Let me see if this works.
countries over there.
You used to be able to click on the map, and it'll show you the map.
Serbia or something.
There you are.
Oh yeah.
Whoops, went the wrong way. Bulgaria.
Okay, Serbia, Bulgaria. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So that's good.
That's a good catch.
That's not bad. Were you getting that one there? on your Grundig?
What was the frequency again?
5.9.
590. No.
Not hearing it. And you said you're using the MFJ 31-foot vertical?
Yes.
Okay, I think I forgot to mention what I'm using is my 40 and 80 meter fan dipole that I use for my ham stuff. That's horizontal.
Yeah, we just had a major storm go by about an hour and a half ago, so everything's wet. The
Oh,
trees,
yeah.
my trees and antennas.
Oops, I thought I was sharing. Hold on. Let me try this again. We'll pick another station. Whoops. Okay.
Good, nice paint job on your house.
Yeah, I know. It came out pretty good, huh? Let's see. What else can we find here? So we know that was the big one. Is this a good band to be in, or should we be looking at another band, Tom?
See, evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything below, for me, anything below 10 megahertz is good in the evening.
Okay. Well, we can do this, right? Can we do broadcast bands? So we were on.
Try 31.
Okay. Where are we? 31.
There you
Okay,
go.
so we've got a pretty strong one here. Let's see what that one is. Let's see. I'm going to put that in AM. We'll open it up a little. Some nice music there. Dance music or something. 96.9.
Don't play music too
There you
loud.
go. Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble. But what do we got? 96.90.
Can you hear it?
Turn it up a little. I thought I heard it. Yeah, it's the audio's coming through low, but I can tell you're getting it.
Okay. I'm getting it. It's a little noisy, but I'm getting it.
Okay. You want to look it up and see where it is?
Yep, I'll do
Just
that
to give
right
us
now.
a reference. $20 over in Maine. Let's see, Glenn says it's REE. Let's see if that correlates to what you find. So it's at Spain. Yep, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yep.
Oh,
right there.
Portugal. Is it Spain or Portugal?
I think it's Spain.
It's Spain, but it says the language is Portuguese.
Well, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I
storm-
see. Okay.
There's quite a few of them.
I see. They're all on the same frequency, but it's showing
Yeah.
different times.
Different
Okay.
time. So it's, what time is it UTC right now?
I don't have my UTC clock up here. Let's see. It's I don't know.
20
It should be just past midnight, right?
No, I think it's,
Or before? Oh, we're
Yeah.
4 hours. Yeah, so it's before.
so it's this one right here,
Yeah, 23:20. It is that one. Okay.
which is
Okay.
in Spain. Yeah.
So Spain. Yeah, Spain's 20 over in Georgia, Frank Hickson is saying. So that's cool. That's cool. Well, Georgia's not too far from you. So,
Yeah, I'm getting it, but it's got a crackle.
okay. Let's see. Red wants us to try 2323. So we'll try that. Whoops.
Hey,
So
wait a minute.
go ahead.
Stop sharing.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So let's see if I can get this stupid window out of the way. We'll try 23. Nothing there.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, I'm completely dead there. I'm running an 80 meter antenna, so it usually works down there, but I guess maybe not as well as it could. Yeah, just static. Let's see. Glenn says S9 plus 20 in Texas. Oh, Red was telling us that was the time.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptake, Red. Okay. Let's see. I'll go back to 31.
We're not experts.
No, definitely not. We're not even amateurs. Okay, so this is the one we were just looking at, right? 9690.
Yep.
What do you suppose this one might be? 9565. That's some kind of talk. It's weak-ish. It's about S7, but it's hard to pull it out.
I'm getting that good.
Oh yeah? Here, let me mute. Go ahead and. Oh yeah, you got that real good.
That's probably south of me.
Yeah, that's probably in your area.
Maybe Radio Habana.
Let's see. Andy says I need to buy the worldwide listening guide. Actually, that's what I use Tom for. Tom tells me what to listen to. He always puts out videos. All these tips and tricks on how to find stations and when to find them and what the solar index is doing and that kind of a thing. So if I didn't have Tom, I might buy one.
Thanks.
I remember those though. My dad, we used to get them every once in a while. My dad was a big shortwave guy, so he used to have a couple of those kicking around.
Well, there's two. There's Radio Martini, which is up by you. And then there's this other, I don't know what it is, which is down by me.
Well, that's interesting. Greenville.
And one's in Spanish and one's in Portuguese. I think it's Spanish.
Yeah.
So it's probably going over your head.
That's like most things do. Yeah, it must be the Portuguese one. Well, that's cool.
So I think it's Radio Martini out of Greenville.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is up here.
Yep. Now the other thing I should mention here too is that normally I'm a fan of the analog knob and dial radio, and Tom likes the SDRs, but we decided to reverse tonight. Just because it was easier for me to share the screen with the SDR. Okay. Let's see. Glenn is saying Radio Marty out of Greenville. Yeah, that's what he thinks too. So we'll go with that. Okay.
Which again is surprising that you can't get it.
Well, I don't know. Well, no, I can tell you that my antenna is oriented such that the end of the dipole is pointing that way, so it's probably in a null on my antenna. I'll bet you that's why.
See, that's the one advantage of the vertical.
Yeah, good point. You don't have those nulls, at least not quite like I have.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We can try another here if you want. Let's see. I gotta do this. Okay. And so we were on 95. This guy looks like he's pretty strong. We'll give it a shot. Some nice music, 94.55. I'll mute that so we don't get in trouble for now. But what are you getting on 94.55, Tom? Or anybody else out in the chat for that matter?
Every once in a while, I hear just a little bit of that music, but otherwise, it's a lot of trash.
Okay. See,
So,
see if you we can figure out where that guy is.
Now you can also, of course, you can run this on a tablet and just go to the website on your tablet, which is
Yep.
what I should have done. That way I wouldn't have to flip back and forth. I could just hold the tablet up to the camera.
Oh yeah, that would have simplified things. That's all right.
Yeah.
This works. This works.
And the answer is it's right next to me.
There you go. That's
Down at
okay.
Okeechobee again.
All right. So how come now that's an interesting thing. How come I can hear that so good and you can't?
Well, it's probably like the other station.
Yeah.
I'm too close.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going over my head.
Yep. Let's see. Down in the holler is there. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Okay. So that's cool.
And I've got some kind of interference. Let me get close to the radio so you can hear the noise.
Oh yeah, you're picking something up there.
That's right on top of that station.
You think that's something in your house causing interference or something else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's not the kind of noise I usually get from stuff in my workshop.
Okay.
Let me unshare here.
All right. Jeff King just stopped by and he
Hey,
says,
Jeff.
yeah, he says he's got 9455 coming in good on his PL 880. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Jeff. Jeff's got a pretty good radio collection. Let's see.
He's been holding out on me though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he showed me some really nice radios that he hasn't brought me yet.
Oh.
One that I've lust after for about a year now.
Uh-oh, what is it?
The Zenith.
Oh, okay.
Zenith portable radio.
Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds like a good one. Well, you talk him into it.
I'm trying to right now.
Let's see. Gene is in there. 9455 is strong in Stamford, Connecticut with a Texan PL 660. Fellow Connecticutian out there. Thanks for stopping in. I'm up in not Stamford, but near Stafford. One letter different. Let's see. So
660, the 660 is a good radio.
yeah, I have one of those too. I always take that when I go places. That's my portable travel radio. I was actually using that for some signal finding too a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully I'm going to have a video on that if I can put everything together. Let's see. Red said, just avoid 3840. Yeah, I don't know about that, but we've got some characters on 80 meters over here on the East Coast too that can get kind of rowdy. But yeah, we'll stay away from that for tonight. Although I kind of like to listen to that stuff sometimes when I'm down in the shack. I like to listen to them argue with each other. Let's see. Down in the holler says he's looking to get the new PL330. I heard about that. That's the AM only radio, right, Tom?
No, that's all bands.
Oh, it does sideband?
Yeah.
Okay. I
think
know that.
so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does.
Jeff just said that the Transoceanic went to the shop.
Oh no.
All right. Well, hey, speaking of Transoceanics, I'll mention here tonight, if you guys like Transoceanics, tune in Thursday night. I'm going to be talking with Radio Wild. He contacted me and wanted to do a live stream, and he's the guru on Transoceanics. And we're going to do a little live chat about those, and well, probably a lot of other things too. So tune in for that. I don't have the event created yet, but you'll see it in the next day or so. So put that on your calendar if you like the antique radios. So Andy says he uses his Yaesu FD1 summer camp. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Those are pretty rare radios, aren't they? I think I've seen those at flea markets. Well, not those, but like one or two over the years. And Gramps Oyer is in here. Good evening, all. KD9 OGB. Thanks for stopping in. Okay. We'll try a couple more here, I guess. Oh, I always forget. I got to push this button first. And there you can see that shack that you guys see there. That's actually a radio station in my town. It's a little small AM. I think it's maybe a kilowatt, if that, religious station. And there's a hiking trail that goes right by the shack there. And I thought it was cool. So I took a picture of it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to move this like this. Did we look at this one? Did we do 9955?
I didn't write anything down.
Okay, let's see what this is.
Grupo o de una minoría o de una mayoría, siempre y en todo momento, a toda costa, la
So some
instauración
Spanish
de una tiranía.
coming in pretty
La
strong
tiranía,
here.
ya sea de un
S9
individuo,
plus.
de un rey,
So
o de un caudillo, o
what are you getting down there, Tom, for
I'm getting
9950?
that jamming noise again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems to be in that 31 meter band tonight.
Oh, well, we can switch bands if you want. Let's see. Maybe we should try some long wave.
Oh, now you're gonna make me really feel bad.
All right, I'm trying to remember. Let's see. What's a good frequency?
7.5
Okay.
megahertz.
Oh, you don't want to try the long wave?
No, go ahead. No,
Okay.
you can try long wave. This radio doesn't get long wave.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, well, we'll skip that for now. Okay, so you want to go?
No, you can try long wave. I'm just curious if you can get long wave.
All right, well, we'll do it. What's I can't think of what's the BBC, what is it, BBC 4?
I do not remember.
I don't remember.
There's some between 300 and 400.
Yeah, I want to say, I don't know if anybody else knows out there. What's the BBC
And I don't see anything on your screen.
375? Yeah, it looks funny. Something's not. Let's see. Whoops. We'll scroll up here a little bit. That's probably noise. I know I can get some of those non-directional beacons and stuff sometimes. Oh, that's 560.
On Twitter as a
Oh, you
conservative,
know what?
Orthodox Christian, Southerner, Europhile. I didn't know you could see both
This
those
might
things.
not be the right
In
antenna
Nation,
port for
and author of the
long
Benedict
wave.
option, which his previous title.
Isn't it? Of course, it's been a while since I've used it. The long wave works better on antenna C on the DX, doesn't it, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have my BNC adapter, so I can't switch it over. It's up in the garage. So I guess we'll skip the long wave for tonight because I don't think it'll work on this port. I think this port dies off. Well, because you can see I'm not even hearing anything on AM, and normally I would. Normally this would be packed. So anyway, what should we try now?
Let's try a ham band.
You want to try some ham stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get real racy and try 80 meters.
Okay. Somebody was talking about that in the chat.
Hopefully we don't get any
Oh
extra
yeah, get in trouble
language.
here. Well, let's see if the AM window is open. Let's see. There's something there. It was there. I don't know what happened to it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything now. This is probably a sideband. We'll unmute. Yeah, that's sideband. So.
Words about the audio, Jim.
Okay.
I think I've got it.
3862.
Right. The band is a little squirrely. Maybe that's
Okay, and
what's
Steve is
causing
saying
the,
it's 198
you
is
know, it's a
BBC4.
little
That's
rough
what I
around
was
the
thinking
edges,
about.
just tearing a little bit at times.
And then Frank Hickson wants us to try
I
7295.
think I got it fairly close.
80 meter R rated.
We'll have to.
Well, we'll try that in a minute. We'll try 7295 in a minute.
Tweak it one more time. I
Can you
think,
hear
just to make sure.
3862? These guys
Anyway,
sound
Doc,
like New York
tonight, good to hear
accent.
you, my friend.
No, I don't hear anything.
73 is
Nothing.
good for you.
What's that?
On lower side band?
Yeah, lower side,
Yeah.
3862.
Sure. There's no reason if you're coming over.
No, nothing
We can't have a quick.
obvious. It's some real weak mumbling, but that's it.
Okay.
The other thing you can try is the pirate radio band.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, that's always fun. I like doing that. Well, somebody asked for 7295, so let's try that first.
All right.
Let's do this. And lower. Whoops. 40. 72. 95. Lower sideband. There's a real strong signal here. Let's see. There's somebody talking there. Oh, that's a station. That's what it is. I'm getting blasted by a broadcast station here. Okay. So that's a broadcast station, 7295. And then there's another real strong one here at 7335. So what do you got on those frequencies, Tom? 7295 and 7335. Let's see, I think it's showtime. In about 2 hours or so, start tuning around 8800 or 89 kilohertz.
Okay, I just by accident got something on 7331.
Okay.
Really,
Well, that's
really strong.
I've got 7335 really strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's some kind of broadcast station. That thing is 40 over.
Yeah, my S meter finally got off 0. It's about a 4, which is the strongest signal I've had tonight.
Yeah, that's huge. Why don't you look it up and see if we can figure out where it is? 7335. Let's see. Jeff King says 7295 is coming in strong. Chinese. Let's see.
Right there.
Oh, wow.
China radio.
They have a transmitter in North Carolina?
No, it must be Radio Martinique.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah. You can see that's supposed to be real strong to me.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
Where was 7295?
7290. Oh, that's in Africa.
Wow, and that was pretty strong.
Yeah, it says it's a couple bars to me.
Chinese too, and that's what Jeff said. He said it sounded Chinese to him.
7295. Getting a little bit, it's kind of down in noise.
Yeah, that was strong here. That was almost as strong as the 7335 station here. So wow, that's a powerful, yeah.
That's a big difference though between you and me.
Let's see. Andy says that's Cuba. Let's see. There's somebody in the chat named Tom. He says in about 20 minutes, RNZ Pacific is going to be on 13,840. So if we're still around, we can give it a try.
What was it again?
13,840 in about 20 minutes.
Okay,
RNZ Pacific.
Okay, I wrote that down.
Okay.
13,840. Yep. It is right there.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be a good one to try.
And I even got 2 bars on it.
Oh wow. Well, if like I say, if we're still on, remind us and we'll give it a shot. Let's see. Down in the holler is asking, what external antenna do you guys like on a portable shortwave? So what do you think, Tom?
Well, that's a difficult question. If you're talking about an outside antenna at your station, I like the 31-foot MFJ vertical and the Mega Loop antenna. If you're talking about going in the field, I use one of those just long wires that's on a reel, and then I take a telescopic fiberglass fishing pole and I go to a park that doesn't have any power cables around it or anything like that to get away from the noise.
Yeah, that's similar to me. I use, well, of course, when I'm in the shack, I use my 80 and 40 meter fan dipole. That thing works really well for me. So, I'll hook that up in here if I'm using one of the portable radios. But a lot of times, if I'm out camping or in the field or something, I just use kind of like Tom, but I don't have the real antenna. I just have a length of wire that I bring with me, and I throw it up in a tree or whatever I can get it into. Usually because I'm packing light or whatever. And that seems to work okay. It's good enough for vacation or just whatever kind of a thing. So that's what I do. If I were going to transmit on it, it would be a different story. But yeah, just for receiving,
Yeah.
I just kind of throw it out. I've even had it dangle outside hotel windows, which sometimes that works. Sometimes you get interference from the hotel and that kind of a thing. Of course, I haven't done any hotel traveling in a while, but that's what I do.
What I like on my SDR Play, since it does provide a bias to a preamplifier, I like the Mega Loop with the preamplifier. That's right now the SDR Play DX, RSP DX, and the Mega Loop is my best setup.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't have a Mega Loop. I've never played with one, but I was going to ask you how you thought it worked compared to, the vertical or some other wire antenna.
It's my best antenna.
Now, how big around is the Mega Loop?
It's about 3 foot diameter.
Okay. So that's not so bad.
It's only maybe 12 feet in the air right now.
Okay. Now, how do you have it mounted?
Bungee cord.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, I took this telescopic fishing pole. It's about 13 feet, and I used zip ties for the little amplifier box because it's kind of heavy. But the loop is like stainless steel wire. It's very light.
Okay.
So I just used a very tiny spongy cord to hang it up on the very tip of that telescopic pole. And because, and this is what I'm told, and that's kind of what I've noticed, because of the smaller diameter, it's not very directional. So I can point it anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I was afraid it's going to be directional and I don't have a rotor, but I've tried testing, rotating the thing manually. Doesn't seem to make that big a difference.
Interesting. That's worth experimenting with. Maybe I'll have to play around and get one at some point. There was, let's see, I think it was, I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen any videos from him in a while, but there was a guy here in Connecticut that started up a YouTube channel, and he was showing how you could make loop antennas. He was really into that stuff. In fact, his call is W1VLF, very low frequency. He's known for that in the local ham clubs. And he started a YouTube channel, and he was showing all kinds of great information about loop antennas and how to build them and tune them and that kind of a thing. But I haven't seen any videos from him lately. It could just be the YouTube thing sometimes screws you up and you don't get the notifications, but I'll have to go and look and see if he's made any videos recently, because they were really good. If you're into loop antennas, check his channel out.
The big advantage of that mega loop system is the preamplifier.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true too.
If
Okay.
I try to use that antenna on my Grundig, which doesn't provide that power, then it's deaf. It does come with a little module to give you that bias voltage, but I lost it
Oh,
because the RSPDX has that built in, so I never had to use it.
yeah, you just turn it on and go.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let me take a look at the chat here. I got behind a little bit. Let's see. Are you going to go? Okay, okay. We covered that. I'm booked for the first November 2 weeks at Kelling Health. Will hopefully help, unless that's something else. So a fishing pole to get the antenna up higher is what he's asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You can get them. I think the longest I've found is 13 feet. And it's fiberglass, so there's no interference with your antenna.
Yeah, right.
And
I know there's some really long ones, those jacklight poles that some people are using for like portable ham radio ops and stuff.
But this is the one that you can get at Walmart, or used to be able to get to Walmart for like $6.95.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. But it's only 13 feet.
Okay, so Clark is asking, what is the best shortwave to get nowadays, and any idea how much it will cost? What do you think, Tom?
That's a very difficult question.
That's why I let you answer it first.
Yeah, I get that question all the time, and unfortunately, and I still don't understand why, the price of shortwave radios has gone through the roof. And I don't understand why, because shortwave listening right now is really hard. I mean, typical person that doesn't know shortwave will buy a shortwave radio and they go, it doesn't work. I can't receive any station. And
yeah,
so I don't understand why prices have gone through the roof. But there's several, if you're just getting in, I tell you what, if you understand computers and you're just getting into shortwave, get an SDR.
Yeah, I was going to say the same
You
thing.
can get a $25 dongle, and the software is free, and it will receive as well as $100 radio. And
Yeah,
you
what's that one? The RTL SDR?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're on a budget, that's the one to go with.
And if you want to pay a little more, you can get the the RSP 1, or is it 1A now?
Yeah, 1A.
1A, and that's like $100.
Yeah, that's about $100.
But there again, you got to be a little bit computer savvy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve with the software, but if you're good with that and you're going to be using it in the shack, I agree with Tom. That would be the best place to start for a lot of reasons. But if you want something portable, or you don't want to mess with the computer end of it and the software, then I would say the PL660 or the PL880 would be a good place to start. What are those selling for now, Tom? Are those still affordable, or have they gone through the roof?
No, the 660 is about 120, depending on where you get it. The 880, gosh, I think it's around, I don't know. It's around like 150, maybe a little higher. I just saw, I just did a show about the 990, which is the brand new one,
Yeah,
and it's over $200.
it's a nice looking radio.
Yeah, but so was the 880, and the 880's got problems with
Oh,
the sync detect.
oh, that's right. I read that. Yeah.
And the article I saw, which was by Jay Allen, he tested the 990 against the 880 for the sync detect, and he said it was only slightly better.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, still haven't completely fixed the problem.
But the 660, it works pretty good in.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not worried about the sync detect, then now
Yeah,
what other advantage does the 880 have over the 660?
I think it's a little better on reception,
Okay.
and the control. Well, the only thing I don't like about the 660 is some of the buttons are like super tiny.
Yeah, they are.
So select some of the functions, and the tuning knob, it's not the best. It's okay, but it's not the best. I mean, the tuning knob on the 880 is very fine, very good tuning knob.
Now, have you ever played with, and I was looking at this, I don't know if it was earlier today or yesterday, I saw something, the C Crane radios. Have you ever played with any of those? Are they any good?
They are pretty good, but they're very pricey. And Jeff loaned me one. I've got it here to do a review on it.
Oh, cool.
And they sent me one about a year ago for a review. But it did not, that particular one did not have single sideband. The one Jeff loaned me is the newer one, and it does have single sideband.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to that video then. See how it looks. I've always been curious about those, but I've never used one or owned one. So let's see. Oh boy, I got behind. So people are answering him. Let's see. KK6USY is in there. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in, Chuck. Let's see. Tom in the chat, not you, Tom, says that a local ham here in VK5 sells a loop amplifier kit. That would be an interesting thing to buy and build. And then let's see. So Clark says he didn't know there were so many shortwaves out there. Yeah, there's still a lot out there. Like Tom said, you know, the number of stations is not what it once was, but there's still a lot of equipment that you can buy. So there are some choices. And then another thing I'll throw in there. I don't know if you ever go to flea markets or ham fests. Well, probably not right now. You don't. But if the world ever gets back to normal, I've had good luck finding radios there. You know, good prices. That's where some of the ones behind me have come from. Our flea markets, nice older shortwave radios that work perfect still, and you can get them, you know, pretty cheap, cheaper than you could on eBay or something like that. Let's see. Down in the holler is taken off. We'll see you later. Steve says the D808 is a great little shortwave budget radio. I got a C Crane Skywave, says Christiana. Yeah, Clark is saying Texan, Sanji, and C Crane are the best for portable. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, I think we're just about caught up. Jeff says his PL880 does outperform his 660. It's only the sync that people complain about. I've not needed to use it. I haven't used it much either on the 660. Once in a while I'll fool with it, but for the most part, I'm okay without it. When I was deciding to buy, that was one of the reasons I went with the 660, because I figured the sink detector, at first I thought I would use it, but I don't use it that much.
The Sony was the one that came out with that concept, and it worked perfect on the Sony.
Yeah.
And nobody that I know of has been able to duplicate it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's been around a while. You'd think they would have gotten it.
Yeah. I had the 2010, and the sink detector on that thing worked perfect. So everything I've used since then has been very disappointing.
So Felix says that he got a nice FT107M from Craigslist. That's, I've never had any good luck on there, Craigslist or now Facebook Marketplace, but some of my friends have. so that's another place to look too if you're looking for used shortwave. Keep an eye on there because you might get lucky. Let's see. Palos Rob is in there. Hey guys, Rob from Chicago. Rob, have you ever thought of putting up drywall in your basement? It would make it a lot cozier. Yes, I have. And there's a reason why I haven't done it. I won't get into it too much in the video here, but if you're ever bored, Google Connecticut crumbling foundations. There's a problem here where houses built anywhere between 1980 and 2010 have bad concrete in the foundations, but you don't know it until 20 years down the road. Well, my house was built in 2010, so I don't know if I'm going to have the problem or not. So I've hedged on whether I want to invest building walls down here if I'm just going to have to replace the foundation in the house. So that's the reason why the walls are the way they are, because I'm a cheapskate. And
Hey,
I don't know if insurance is going to cover any of that if it had to be replaced. I'm also lazy.
Save the money for your radios.
That's true too. There you go. It doesn't, I don't know. I guess I've gotten used to it over the years. But I've thought about at least painting it. They have the concrete paint, but I don't know. That's work. But yes, I've definitely thought about putting walls down. Actually, I had plans to build like temporary demountable walls. I had it all engineered in my head and how I was going to do it, but I just don't have the time. Let's see. Last portable I had was a DX390 back in the late 90s. DX390, trying to picture that radio. Tom probably has one.
No, I've got the 395 or something like that.
Okay.
98 maybe.
Was that a bigger, like a tabletop?
It's like your radio that you got behind you. I can't think of the name of
The
it.
440 back here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's similar.
Okay. Jeff King says he's got a DX390. I think Jeff's got every radio, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been holding out on me.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Jeff loans Tom radios to review on his channel. So if you want to see Jeff's collection, you can watch Tom's older videos. And chances are you'll see one of Jeff's radios. They're really nice. He's got a good collection.
Yeah, and they're all in pristine condition.
Yeah. Susan Nagy's in there. She tells me just paint. Yeah, I know. I should. If it was too nice down there, it wouldn't be a Radio Shack. That's true too. We gotta have. Well, the other thing too. If it was nicer down here, I'd never go back upstairs. My wife would never see me. And I'm down now that I'm working from home all the time. I feel like I'm down here all the time because this is my home office too. In fact, the monitors I'm looking at when I'm working connect up to my work computer, and when I'm not, they're on my personal computer. So I spend more time down here than I should lately. Let's see. No portable. Also had a 390. A lot of people have had the 390, I guess. Okay, so we're caught up in the chat. We're going on an hour here, but there seems to be plenty of activity out there. So we can try for a few more stations if you want, Tom. If you're still up for it, or we can wrap up. It's up to you.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, what was that station that somebody suggested? The one.
13.8.
Yeah. Why don't we give it a try? Because it's past 8 o'clock now, so I think that's when he said it would fire up. Well,
Nothing here.
I forgot to share my screen again. Okay. That's good. Oops, there we go. Getting a little lag here. 1380. Nothing here. That looks pretty dead. Crank that back up. Yeah, just static here. Well, there's a little something there. I don't know if you can see it. Well, maybe that was just interference or something. I thought I saw a little glimmer of a signal there, but I guess not. Well, maybe...
It's 13.840.
Oh, 840. Okay, well, maybe we will get lucky.
I don't see anything there, but oh,
I
yeah,
got
there
something
is.
there. Let's narrow that up. Excuse me. Yeah, there's something there. It's. Yeah, I can hear it just a little bit. Hope that wasn't too loud. I keep forgetting. Cranking that up too loud. Let's see. So yeah, we are getting that a little bit. And that was, what did you say it was, New Zealand? Or was it Australia?
Yeah.
Whoa, there's something there. Little radar scan or something right next to it. All right, well, that's cool. We were able to get that one. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Got in a little late. That's okay. KC9KUH, thanks for stopping in. We're glad to have you in. We're just looking for some shortwave stations here, just kind of hanging out in the shacks.
Now, Rob, since you've used the SDR Play SDRs, and you have some nice analog radios, which would you say does a better job of receiving stations? You got to be honest now.
I honestly think that they're pretty equal. Well, it depends on the radio, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, if we compare, this is my big dog. Well, this and the Elecraft, I guess. And I've done some side-by-side tests. I've never made a video about it, but side-by-side for the type of listening that I do, which is just casual, kind of what we're doing here tonight, and with the antenna that I have, I don't notice that much difference. But where the difference comes in is this software right here. You can see me, playing around. I can just play with the filtering all I want. There's all kinds of other things in here that I can control if I can remember how to do it. Notch filters and noise reduction and things like that. So there's a lot more power here than in one of these radios. So if I were seriously trying to pull a station out, I would probably turn to the SDR Play. But if I'm just down here in the shack and I'm hanging out, I'd probably use one of these radios and just have it on in the background. If I want to tune to a station and forget it. That's sort of what I think. What do you think, Tom?
I went to the dark side. I'm SDR because of and there's a learning curve. You can see all those buttons and dials you have on that you had up.
Yeah, sorry, I closed it.
There's so many things you can tweak in an SDR that if you had all those functions in a standalone radio, it would cost you $5,000.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much like the Yaesu FT101 that
Right.
just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my coworkers just bought one. He
Oh
was,
my God.
yeah, we were talking about it on the phone the other day. He's he's still learning how to use it. Sounds like a real nice radio. I gotta go over to his house and check it out one of these days. But let's see. Jeff says the DX390 was made by Sangean. That doesn't surprise me. I know that Radio Shack had to deal with them for a while there, back in the 90s or 80s or whatever it was. The DX440 was Sangean and stuff. They made pretty good radios. Clark says it has to be cooler down there for sure. Oh yeah, down here in the cellar. Yeah, well, in the summertime, well, even right now, it's humid today. I have a dehumidifier running in the cellar to keep the humidity down, because it does get a little moist down here. So in the summertime, it's almost like I have an air conditioner running down in the cellar. So I'll kind of sneak down here in the middle of the day when it's real hot out. Jean said 13840, nothing in Stamford, Connecticut. Okay. Yeah, I was getting a little bit there, but I'm up here in the woods. I'm not near the city, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or if your part of Stamford is as populated as I might imagine it to be. I haven't been through your part of the state too much, so I don't know how it is down there. Let's see. My favorite was a Holocrafters SX110, tubes and over 30 pounds. Should not have sold it. Yeah, there's something about those old tube radios. My first shortwave receiver was a Holocraft S77, which is almost the same thing as an S40, which everybody kind of knows the S40. The S77 was the same thing, except it had a different sort of power supply mechanism built into it. And the way that radio was wired, the neutral was wired right to the chassis of the radio. So it was not safe at all. And you had to be real careful with that, because it only had the 2-prong cord, of course, back then. And if you plugged it in the wall the wrong way, you're going to know it if you touch that case. So that was my first radio. And I learned electrical safety with that radio too. Please don't forget to oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Clark. Hello from Southwest Ontario. Oh, hey, Don's in there. Good evening, W1FYG. Thanks for stopping in, Don. Don's another fellow Connecticut resident down by the shore. And Clark said, yeah, I saw the humidifier video. Yeah, I'm on my third one. They keep dying, but they keep sending me free ones. So I'll keep taking them until the free ones run out. And then I'm going to go buy a different brand. Let's see. So we're caught up in the chat, I guess. What else? What do you think we should tune in now, Tom?
I don't know. I think we've covered most of it.
Yeah. Anybody got any suggestions out in the chat?
We were going to try the pirate band.
Let's do that. Got any ideas on a frequency?
Well, I usually start at 7 megahertz and work down.
Okay, so see what you can find, and then I'll do the same after you're done. Pretty dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday night. We're not near a holiday, so.
Yeah, that's the best time around holidays.
Yeah, especially like Halloween and New Year's Eve, those types of holidays. All right, let me try mine just for fun, because you never know.
Yeah, you can see those little. That's why I like the SDR. You can see those little tiny signals.
Well, next time we'll figure out how we can both do the SDR.
Well, the only problem we have is we both can't share the screen at the same time.
I think there's a setting that we can do
Oh, okay.
that.
Okay.
We'll have to experiment with that next time.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm not seeing anything in the waterfall. There's something there. That's probably, oh wait, what's this? Oh, I don't know what that is. Some kind of beacon? Digital type signal? What do you think that is, Tom?
It's probably data. It's not fax, but it's that kind of sound
Yeah.
that you get. It's not fax though.
Okay. I mean, this is probably just a interference or a birdie from something here in the house. Here's that signal here. It's the same thing but stronger. Yeah, there's like 2 of them. Interesting. So no pirates tonight. I will try one other signal. There's something here. I'm planning on making a video about this in the future, but I'll share it here tonight just to see if anybody knows what it is. I think I have an idea of what it is. So I'm going to go up to CB band, believe it or not, and I'm going to go here. I think that's the frequency I want. Let me just double check. Yeah, 27255. Put that in lower sideband. And it may not pick up well on this antenna, but let's see if we get it. Did you guys hear that? There's a little data burst.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll see these data bursts. Some are strong, some are weak. I gotta tune down a little so you can hear it. There it is. So I happen to notice this. This is channel 23 CB radio. Now, of course, that was always licensed for like radio control cars and whatever, that type of stuff. So I bought this CB radio. Some of you guys that subscribe to me saw my video I made on that. And I was tuning around and I'm hearing this signal. And of course, at first I thought it was something in the house. So I was curious and I was looking around trying to figure out what I might have that was broadcasting this data signal. But I realized it wasn't coming from the house. So I actually grabbed my PL660 and I was driving around one day and I heard it in a couple of different spots around, but I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have time to get out of the car and like try and figure it out. But I think there's some kind of data recorder or telemetry type things out in the wild that you can buy, like if you're in some kind of industrial setting, and they broadcast on channel 23, but they're putting out tons of power so you can hear them all over the place. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know if anybody else has heard those or know what they are or whatever, but I'm gonna do a little video on that once I get a little more information on it. Let's see, over in the chat, Don is asking, are you using your fan vertical for an antenna? Yeah, I have my fan dipole, the horizontal, out in the side yard. That's my permanent station antenna. That's what I'm using tonight, Don. If I've made a video on it, it was a few years ago. You might not have seen it, but I don't remember if I ever covered it or not. I do want to rebuild it here soon. It's been up for about 5 years, and when I put it up the last time, it was kind of put up hastily, and I thought it would come down again within a year or two, but it hasn't. So one of these days I got to take it down and I got to do some maintenance on it. But it does seem to work okay. So Andy thinks that was slow scan TV. I did some comparisons and I don't think it's slow scan TV. The data is too infrequent. The Chinese moon rover is using the CB band. Is that the one from that show, Space Force? Did you guys see that show? But anyway, so I guess that's it. Have you got any other frequencies you You want to try, Tom?
I got one for you to try.
Okay.
8502.
8, 5.
I was getting it earlier, but it's gone now here.
8502. Put that back in AM. There's something there. It's just a carrier or something, and it's not quite.
Yeah, they may be off the air. That is one of the many U.S. Coast Guard weather stations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've tuned those in before. Yeah, they don't broadcast all the time, right?
No. And I heard them 2 hours ago, but they're gone now.
Yeah.
And that one is in Virginia.
Okay. Are those, do you know how many of those there are?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I've heard some of those before. I've wondered, I don't know if we have any around here or not. But I mean, you can hear them, all over the place. Let's see. Tom Ropp says, yeah, Space Force was great. Yeah, that was a funny show. I liked it, but I kind of work in the space industry, so some of it kind of hit home a little bit. It was kind of funny. But let's see. I don't know. I don't have any other frequencies I wanted to try tonight. Do you have anything else, Tom? Or
No, that's it.
okay. Anybody else in the chat before we wrap up here have anything you want us to try, or any questions or suggestions, or rotten tomatoes to throw, or anything? But yeah, it was a fun show, Tom.
Yeah,
as
I
always.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll try to work out the technical stuff a little better so that we can, both show SDR play, or maybe try some other antennas or something next time. Maybe you can get a switch and switch between your mega loop or something, and see what happens.
Yeah, when I'm using the RSP, I have, let's see if I can get camera go there. I have a switch which I can switch between 3 antennas. And what I do is I put the switch so that it has a Radio Shack multiband dipole. It has the Mega Loop, which I use that on the radio itself to switch it. And I just used a different input on the RSP. And so I can switch between 4 antennas, actually between 6 antennas if I had those hooked up.
Yeah, tell everyone how many antennas do you have? 12, 13?
14.
14 now.
That's in the air. I got many more on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom's an antenna aficionado. So yeah, we'll have to do
That
some.
was a fun part of my life, was building antennas.
Yeah, I like tinkering with antennas too. I don't have as many as you. I think I've only got 6, so I got a little way to go.
Well, I've collected a lot longer than you have.
Yeah, maybe. But that's good. Let's see. Tom in the chat wanted us to try 13840 again, so we can do that. Let's try that. Okay, and wait for that thing to go out of my way. 13840, and it's still there. Let me zoom in, and I'll unmute it so you can hear it. And we'll narrow that up a bit. Yeah, you couldn't listen to that, not easily. Maybe if I played around with some of that noise filtering stuff here. I gotta go watch some of Mike's videos again. Mike Ladd, I can't remember his call sign. The SDR Play tech guy. He teaches you how to use all the high-end stuff. And
now that station was in New Zealand?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I usually get New Zealand and China and Japan early in the morning here in Clearwater, Florida.
Well, I'll have to try that. I wake up at 5 to work. So maybe tomorrow morning when I get up, if I remember, I'll.
The thing is, if you'll let me share screen one more time.
You bet. Let's see. Tom in the chat says it's 40 over for him. Where are you, Tom? I'm curious. Let's see. Clark says we need to do this again sometime. It was fun. Yeah, we will. We will.
This is the gray line.
Oh, yeah.
I'll continue about the gray line. And early in the morning, where I am, this is the other part of it is right around here. So that's why I get these stations. That's one of the reasons I can get these stations a little better. See, I missed it now. I've already passed it on this edge.
Yeah.
And it's already passed me on this edge.
Yeah, it's well past me too. 13.8. So there's one in Japan and one. Is that Japan? Yeah, that would be Japan. Or no, that's not Japan. That's Philippines or something. And that one's New Zealand.
Yeah, Japan.
Radio Japan. Huh. No, Japan's further north. That's the Philippines or something.
Can you ever stay on it?
Yeah, and that one's New Zealand. Yeah.
There it is. No, that's not New Zealand. Let me move the map up a little bit. That's another beauty of of this website. Whoops, I went too far.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. So Tom in the chat, he says it was 40 over, but he's in South Australia. He's a little closer.
Okay. All right, that explains it.
Yeah.
But see on this map, if you highlight one of these stations, it shows up in the map. See it move?
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, let's see.
That's where the transmitter is.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So Oklahoma Radio says, thanks, guys. UPS is here. Got to go get my new toys to play with 7.3. Yeah, definitely. Don't worry about us. Go get that new equipment unboxed. But yeah, I think we'll shut it down here. We've been going for almost an hour and a half, so that's probably good enough. And we'll definitely do this again sometime. I think everybody was having fun. I know I enjoyed it. I learned a few things here from Tom, as I always do. And it was a good little session. I know normally we do the Saturday morning streams because that's a little more convenient for both of us, but I'm going to be tied up for the next couple of weekends here. And we thought we wanted to kind of do this before that. So that's why we decided to jump on tonight. The other thing I'll mention is that Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be talking with Radio Wild, who is another radio enthusiast. He restores old tube radios and things like that. And we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. He's wanted to do a live stream with me. So again, like I said, since I'm going to be tied up for a couple of weekends, I told him I'd jump on with him this week so that he didn't have to wait too long. And then we'll have a fun session Thursday. So if you're not doing anything, jump in. But that's all I got.
It is one other possibility. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, Rob.
Okay. What's that?
Your sister.
Oh, the New Hampshire situation?
No.
Oh.
Your sister.
I didn't tell you about that. Yeah, I've got to talk to her. Tom and I are trying to get my sister to come on a show with us. My sister is also a licensed ham radio enthusiast and just general radio enthusiast, but she's only been licensed for, well, I say only, but I think it's been close to 8 years now. So both her and her husband got their licenses a while back. So she's been having fun. She's been on a couple of my videos, and she was in the chat on one of our last live streams, and and chiming in. So Tom said, bring her on. We'll get her on the show. So what she agreed that she would do it, but we're just trying to find time to get her on, get all our schedules lined up. So maybe in the next month or so, she'll be able to join us. She's in New Hampshire right now, but when she gets back, we'll definitely try to set that up. I don't know if that'll be a Saturday morning or if we'll try and do an evening here. I guess we'll see what the cards hold. So let's see. Anybody else in the chat? Let's see. Andy says, great show. Thanks, Andy, for stopping in. Don's giving us some thumbs up. Let's see. Jeff King says, have a great week. Yeah, thanks again, Jeff, for all the great radios and joining us. Gene says, good job. Thanks. 73's KB10 from Stanford. And Clark says, cool. Have old tube Kenwood that needs TLC. I love old Kenwood radios. They're great. I have a couple of them behind me there. The chair's in the way, but I just like them. They're a joy to use. So I guess that's it. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I think it's a wrap.
Okay, good. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you check out Tom's channel. I think I've got a link in the description. If I don't, you can search Hamrad88, and you'll find Tom's channel. All kinds of stuff, and you tend to upload a video every couple of days or so. You're pretty active. So there's always something to see there on Tom's channel. So 7-3, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. And as always, we appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're off. And let me shut this part off now. And